Hey everybody, Jim Chester here with this legend. Actually, he's a new legend. This is Johnny Reuter. This is our second Cal Jam together.
Yes.
And we first met each other on the stairway. We were just talking about the story. We met each other on the stairway here at Cal Jam, and felt like we knew each other for a couple years. But you're just like, hey man, what's going on? I'm going to start this podcast. Do you got any tips for me? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I can tell you all types of stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that in a second. But first things first. California Jam, you're number 13. Why'd you come here?
Well, I think the main thing is you got to be re-dipped sometimes in the philosophy. And I know we say that as like a cliche or a metaphor or whatever, but it is so true. You got to, as Liam Schubel likes to say, you got to get spizzed up again, right? And you got to relight those fires that you have and reinstill that passion in you for chiropractic, for this great profession that we're all on this journey together for, right? And it's not just for us, right? We come to these conferences to take this energy and disperse it to the public and everyone and share it with everyone and anyone that needs the chiropractic message. So that's why you come to California Jam. That's absolutely why you come.
And tell me a couple of your takeaways. Like, who are some of your favorite speakers you saw present this weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. So Dr. Monique Andrews, got to give a huge shout out to her. Absolutely crushed it. But just sharing the science and the research behind what we do and validating what we do as chiropractors is really important. And then you heard Dr. Neil Cohen talk about, how they're trying to strip the vernacular and change our language and reduce our freedoms, not only personally but also professionally as chiropractors. You look at what's going on in Australia, you look at what's going on in Canada. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it is what it is, and that's why you come to events like this, so you can hear it, so you can be the first to hear it, right? And you're not the last to hear it, and then you're like scrambling to do something about it. You got to act now, and that's the big message of Woodstock, right? Yeah, we can love people and kill them with kindness, but we got to act with some sort of urgency if we want to really take this chiropractic profession to the next level, right?
And this guy hasn't even finished with school yet. When do you finish school?
March 2020, March 27th. It is right there. It's right there.
So this guy's been running a podcast for how long now?
A year, January 26th. So January 26th to January 26th was 1 year for us, and it was absolutely amazing. Like Jim said, we met last year at Cal Jam, and I mean, when you meet each other, when you meet someone you automatically click with, and you feel as if you've been on that journey and you've known them for years and years and years. But it's also that relationship, that professional relationship that we built, and then a personal bond that we built from there on out that just kind of skyrocketed both, Chiro Hustle, obviously, right? You look at this is amazing. But then the legendary chiropractor, because I picked your brain, I picked Ed Osborne's brain, I picked Dave Toohill's brain, and I got all the masters of the game kind of in a little circle for myself and said, how do I do what they're doing to get my message out, to get chiropractic's message out to more people, right?
And what has it done for you personally since you've been interviewing other people?
Oh my gosh, it's helped my communication skills beyond belief. A lot of people ask me, do you have a background in journalism or communications? And no, I don't. I don't have any of that information. I bought a Yeti mic, right? You do the classic stuff. You buy a Yeti mic, a webcam, and then you figure it out. And you just start bringing people on. I think we're close to 95 Facebook Lives right now, going on, finishing season 5 of the Legendary Chiropractor podcast. And it's absolutely been amazing. So I can't thank the support that I've gotten, the overwhelming support that I've gotten, not only from yourself, but also from the chiropractic community in general. It's been amazing. So
that's cool. I know you have some friends here with you also.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to all of the chiropractic students, right? I think that if you come to more events like this, not only will it reinstill your passion and desire to serve more people through chiropractic and what we do, but it also allows you to build relationships, personal and professional relationships that you just don't get in chiropractic school. I can't walk up to Jim Chester on Life University's campus every day and be like, hey, how are you? Let's have a conversation, let's talk a little bit. That's what events like this are for. That's what opens your network, and I like to call it spider webbing, right? Because you kind of just put all these dots all over the map, and then you connect them at events like this because you follow people on social media all the time that are doing big things for chiropractic, but all of them come to events like this, and that's where you connect all those dots and put everything together. So it's really cool.
So tell everybody why they should share this Facebook Live right now.
Yeah. Oh, you got to share this Facebook. This is how word gets spread in the 21st century. In today's day and age, it is Facebook, it is Twitter, it is LinkedIn, it is YouTube, it is media, digital media, virtual platform content that is driving not only professions but also people's success. Absolutely, you have to share this video. You have to share all of Jim Chester's stuff because there's no reason not to. What harm does it do to you and your personal ego if you share something that you enjoy with other people, right? And I think that's where Mark Zuckerberg was right. He brought everyone under one roof and said, just share your expression of who you are, right? And it started with MySpace, and then it transitioned into Facebook, but that's a different conversation. But it's all the same, right? It's all the same. And I think sharing and sharing your experience or where you are at a certain time or place is one of the most valuable things you could do for another person, because it could impact, as BJ used to say, it could impact millions of lives tomorrow, what you share today.
Well, here's the cool thing. If you guys want to share your voice and your story, reach out to Johnny and myself, and we'll host you on The Legendary Chiropractor as an episode.
For sure.
And then we'll host you on Chiro Hustle as an episode.
Absolutely.
So that's how you get the voice out there and you
right.
get the message started.
Exactly.
And that's how you take like that thought flash and you move forward with it and you start building momentum with it. And next thing you know, you guys are on both of our shows and you're sharing your message with people that need to hear it.
Yes.
But that's what happened with us. I was like, bro, you just got to be consistent. And what I say to him, you don't have to worry about your first 10, but you have to think about your first 100.
Exactly.
So when you think about like what you do as a creator and as a producer, it's never the first 10. That's just your ego.
Right.
That's just getting yourself like the toe in the water. But
Yep.
it's those first 100 episodes. You say like, I almost got 100 interviews now, almost 95 interviews.
Yep.
But this guy started a year ago. So what does that mean is that if you have a vision and a mission and a passion, that anything is possible. And that's why California Jam is so integral for the chiropractic profession. This is year number 13. Can you imagine what it would take for us to put on an event together?
Right, it would be unbelievable. I mean, we'd blow it out of the water. I know that hands down. And we'd obviously get Billy's help because he knows how to throw a kick-ass event. But yeah, it would be out of this. It would be out of this world, Jim. It'd be absolutely out of this world.
So I know that we talked before about me coming down and teaching chiropractors down at Life College about new patient generation. So if you guys know that you want that to happen between Johnny and I, we'll co-sponsor that thing and we'll bring a message down to the students at Life College and we'll teach people how to get new patients because that's my specialty. But let's segue back to you.
Okay.
You came out here 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for you?
Yeah, so let me go back a little bit because I do want to say thank you, number one, to Dr. Brad Glowacki, who got me out here last year, my buddies and I. And this year, Dr. Billy DeMoss hooked us up with free tickets and the beach house for a week. So we've been here in California since Monday and have been absolutely loving the California weather, the beaches, it's absolutely amazing. 55-degree weather. If you want to talk about cold immersion therapy, it is something else at 8 in the morning, but it's beautiful. But to really segue into
Next. What's next for you, brother?
But what's next for me is growing the Legendary Chiropractor, really building up chiropractic students to take massive action, right? Because we are the future. If we're going to do anything in chiropractic, change legislation, if we want to do more research, if we want to change education for chiropractors, it has to start with the students. It absolutely has to start in the schools, not only changing legislation for the schools and what the schools stand for and the vernacular that we use, but also getting more students amped up about this profession, because a lot of us sit by passively in class and don't actually participate in the profession as much as I think we could and we should be. So that's what the Legendary Chiropractor is all about. We got a brand new platform that I've been working with a web developer on that will launch in April, and then full launch in July. So it'll be like a beta test April to July, and then full launch will be launching in July. And I cannot wait for that. But I mean, now is the time. There's no better time to be a chiropractor, and there's no better time to go through the process of becoming a chiropractor. And that's what it's all about. Your unique journey is specific to you. And don't ever let anyone get you down. You're on this journey by yourself, but you're not, right? You're in the school game by yourself, and it feels like that when you're taking 5 national boards or 3 for Canada. But when you have people around you like this is it. This is chiropractic. This is what it's.
But the thing that Reuter didn't tell you is he's going to be practicing soon.
Yes.
So that's what the real next is.
Yeah, that is true. I will be graduating. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I was talking more about the legendary chiropractor, but yeah, I will be practicing soon. Chicagoland area, hopefully associating for about a year and a half, somewhere in there, and then opening up my own clinic and rocking and rolling, hitting the ground running, saving lives, changing lives, and getting people well through chiropractic care, true chiropractic care, what that means to them and their families, right? And that's really important.
Well, I'm going to urge you guys that didn't make it to CalJam 2020 to go over to caljam.org and do the CalJam Network. Watch the past episodes of years before this. There's 13 years counting this. You pay $7 a month. You get a chance to watch all the CalJams that's ever happened. Plus, you get a chance to see chiros in cars. You get a chance to support this beautiful profession of chiropractic and support Billy D and everything that he stands for. And you can play that thing on a loop at your office and constantly be educating and re-educating your staff members, your practice members, your community. And that's just a great resource. And if you guys didn't make it to 2020 CalJam, go over there and do the early bird registration and come to CalJam 2021 so you can see this legend as he's in practice. He's going to come out here. He'll bring his whole team as well, just like everybody's supported this guy.
Yep.
He'll pay it forward, and he'll bring 5 students in the future, won't you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It has to happen. It has to, and I hope to be on the stage someday. Hopefully, in the next couple of years here, hopefully we'll be up there. But that's a message for Dr. Billy, so we'll see.
And anytime you guys need some help about podcasting, reach out to either one of us. If you want to be on either one of our shows, send us a direct message. We love to host anybody out there that has a voice and a message about chiropractic.
100%. And Jim, I'd actually like to flip the script, and I'm going to do that now. So I got control of the mic. So Jim, tell us why you're here and why you keep coming back and interviewing people at CalJam.
Well, this is actually our first year of co-branding with CalJam. It's our first year of actually doing a live event from this venue where I wasn't just holding my cell phone up, shooting like the band playing or like backstage. Why do I come back? Well, I think what Billy DeMoss and Mary Jane have done is built a culture. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's so important when you have consistency in a culture that stands for something. There's an old saying that if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And I think that that's the beauty about what chiropractic is it actually stands on a science, art, and a philosophy. And I think that those things, when people start to really investigate what that stands for, and that stands for the chiropractic profession. And I think that there's something really beautiful about chiropractic, and that's why I dedicated my time, my money, and my energy to really supporting chiropractic as a profession, but also to get chiropractic more fan base, to where people start to understand it, and it's not the cousins, uncles, brothers, neighbors like opinion.
Yep.
But it's actually the voice of the chiropractor talking about why they do what they do, why they're a chiropractor, where the profession's going, the most innovative things that happen over the past decade, where the profession's going in 20 years, and then like really supporting people's personal brands. Because like you said, like if we don't support each other, then what's the point of doing like social media?
Right.
So I always tell people to be social on social.
Yep.
And I keep coming back to the chiropractic events is because it's my tribe. And I found a family within this chiropractic profession, and that's really the impetus of why I will show up again tomorrow, and I'll show up to the next place, and I'll host the next interview, and I'll teach the next chiropractor how to sell services. I'll teach the next chiropractor how to connect to the next person, and I think that that's why I do what I do.
Absolutely. So what's next for Chiro Hustle? Where does it go from here? It's only going to go up, but where's it going to go?
The real message behind Hustle is to get to 1,000 episodes. Right now we're at 142 or so I really want to keep on growing this brand and keep on growing the profession, and consistency always wins. So at first I had to teach myself how to block and tackle, and that was fundamental. I had to teach myself how to dribble and pass, which is fundamental. I had to teach myself like the tech edge of it. So we're continuously upgrading tech. We're continuously upgrading the message. We just want to get the message to more people more consistently. So we're actually going to be putting out 2 episodes a week. And you look for more great content created by the Chiro Hustle team. And yeah, so 1,000 episodes, here we come.
I love it, Jim. And I'll let you say your closing statements.
All right. Well, I just want to let you guys know one more time. Go over to Cal Jam Network. Watch the live stream if you guys didn't get here this year. Pre-register for next year. You'll never find a better price. You'll never find better seating. So with that being said, I just want to thank Johnny Reuter here for being my guest today. Thank you for sharing the truth of chiropractic with me. And just going to go and close out by thanking my team too. Thanks, Luke Millette, for being by my side this whole weekend. Thank you for everybody else that supports Chiro Hustle as a brand. And once again, thank you, Mary Jane and Billy DeMoss, for allowing me to co-brand with Cal Jam this year. I hope to come back next year as well. With that being said, you guys are just one story away. Keep hustling. See you guys on the next one.